When Michael and I used to sit down and watch television, and we used to see the children in Africa, flies around their mouth. You remember that? They were just dying. And he'd sit there with tears streaming down his face. He said, Mother, one day I'm going to do something about that.
Michael Jackson is not only known for his musical talent and his dance prowess. He's also known for his humanitarian work. He had a subconscious or even conscious decision to make a difference in the world, to help humanity as a whole. Songs like Man in the Mirror, Heal the World, and Earth Songs are all synonymous with his deep passion on saving the planet, the environment, people in the third world countries, starving kids, kids in war, and so forth. All of that was predisposed in his mind ever since he was a child, watching TV in his home in Gary, Indiana, and him with his mother watching kids from other countries, poor, devastated, and telling his mom, one day he will do something about that. So he worked his way up, still continued with his band, with his brothers, just up till the late 70s when he was getting older. Now he became an official solo artist, and by the early 80s, where his famous album Thriller was released, he blew up, and that was the time that Michael Jackson solidified his legacy. And from then, he started to work not only to the music, but with the world. In 1988, he built the Neverland Ranch, a big anchor of ranch. Don't know how big it is, but it could be close enough or somewhat comparable enough to Disneyland. And we may ask why he does that. Yeah, kind of strange for a 30 some year old man to build an amusement park for kids. We've got to know that we all know that he never had a childhood. His life was music, dancing, singing, learning notes, and all, so forth. So he didn't have a childhood. So the fact that he didn't have a childhood, he wanted to save people who did not have a childhood as well, or did had a childhood by in a different circumstance for himself. Him, he had to work, but the kids that he saved were abused kids, abandoned kids, kids from parents who are on drugs, kids from a third world country and whatnot. So his mindset's kind of different, He had a business mindset when it comes to music and his tours and working with the brilliant masterpiece of a musician and businessman in the industry. But at the same time, he had a heart for the other people struggling. It's too immense to wrap around the mindset of this man, but we gotta know that even at 50 years old, he's still a child inside. He still was a little 10-year-old boy. It's mind-boggling, but that's the truth. Childhood, it's a phase of your life that you need to grow through. That's our first phase of our lives. From 3 to 13, that's where you had the most fun. the most playtime. No need to think about bills, relationships, and so forth. We're a child for those 10 years, and he didn't have that. So that's why he had this childish mindset at some point, but also had a progressive mindset of helping, of raising up the world one by one. Not only by going on tours, but when his tours is done, he goes to the nearest village or nearest kid hospital and show up, take pictures, and just encouraging them by his presence. And donating, I don't know how much he donated, but the numbers must be staggering. And this is a simple touch of his mindset. He was too beyond that any human can compare. Yes, he could compare to Mother Teresa, Princess Diana. All those three shared a similar mindset to Michael Jackson. There's unfortunately not much people like that nowadays, but the impact that he did would be remembered forever. And that's a simple touch of one of Michael Jackson's mindset. I hope you viewers enjoyed the video. And remember, stay put, take notes, and move on to the next chapter.